Oh, sir, we like this Super Pong by Atari.
I'm sold out. That's a demonstrator, but I've got lots of these.
Well, we want Super Pong by Atari.
Yes, but
Super Pong's 4-color games are more fun.
Well, how about this one?
Well, no, you see, we'll have more fun with Super Pong's 4-color games. There's Catch, Solitaire, Super Pong, and Pong. So we'll take this one.
Okay, sure you won't change your mind?
No. Why?
Because I wanted it.
Super Pong. It's not just another video game. It's a real Atari.
Today we're taking a look at one of the most iconic pieces of gaming history, Atari's Super Pong home console. But before we dive into this classic piece of tech, let's take a quick look at how it all began. In the early 1970s, the video game industry was in its infancy, and one game would change everything: Pong. Created by Atari and released in 1972, Pong started as a simple arcade game, and it quickly became a hit, helping to popularise the entire industry. But Atari didn't stop there. In 1974, Atari wanted to release Pong as a console for the home, and after being turned down by many toy companies, they finally agreed on a deal with retail giant Sears. Released under their Telegames brand, Sears sold approximately 150,000 units just before Christmas of 1975, and this marked the beginning of the home gaming revolution. The original Home Pong was a standalone console, with the game built directly into the hardware. No cartridges, no extra games, just pure, unadulterated Pong. The following year, Atari released Pong under their own name, and thus creating those classic orange and yellow racetrack stripes. Now, where have I seen those before? In 1976, Atari released Super Pong, an upgraded version of their home console, and it came with a total of 4 different variations of the classic game. That's right, 4 times the Pong action. Now, this may seem like a small upgrade today, but back then, it was a big deal. So, Super Pong used the same shell as the previous versions, the only difference being the game select switch on the base of the unit, and the orange and yellow stripes have been replaced with 3 blue ones. And, like the others, has a speaker built into the centre for you to hear those soothing beeps and boops. Now, my Super Pong has been modded so it can be played on a modern TV. And that's all well and good, but it does mean I can't play it on my old CRT, as that only has RF input. Super Pong, like its predecessor, takes 4 D-sized batteries, or one of these, a battery eliminator. It's basically a fancy way of saying AC adapter. Now, I bought this just as a collector's piece, so I'm not going to attempt to use it, but it did come with this little bit of history. These unused cable ties complete with instruction labels still attached. So here is Super Pong in amazing Technicolor. Now, I'm amazed how good this looks. I've hooked it up to my capture software and the picture looks great for a 47-year-old console. So let's have a quick look at the 4 built-in games. The first game is Catch, and the object of the game is to, well, catch the ball in the gap in your wall. The first player to get to 15 points is the winner. Next up is Solitaire, a single player game that pits you against the computer. Firstly, you adjust the wall on the right of the screen, leaving a gap at the top. Then you try and hit the ball into that gap. And you can at any time adjust the gap to make it smaller or larger, thus increasing or decreasing the difficulty factor. The third game is the console's namesake, Super Pong. Here, each player has control of 2 paddles each. And the final game is the one that started it all, the original Pong. Of course, by today's standards, Super Pong is incredibly basic, but that's what makes it so charming. It's a reminder of where gaming started, and without Pong, who knows where video games would be today. It's a piece of history, a glimpse into the origins of the gaming industry, and for collectors and retro enthusiasts like me, it's a must-have. Now, I just need to find a lovely boxed example of the original Pong home console for the collection, because you can't beat those 70 stripes.